I am very thankful for this opportunity to get to speak to you guys tonight. And this lesson has been really a good benefit for me more than anything. And I'm really happy to be able to come here and share it with all of you so we can be able to benefit in our Christian lifestyles. So, most of you guys that know me know that I love to wear hats. And there's probably not often that you see me without one on. Um, I wear hats anywhere and everywhere I go. And I brought a couple of them with me to show you guys, and I have probably 100 more at home. But when it comes to my hats, I have hats that are for hunting. They're camouflage, so I can wear them in the woods. Um, I have hats that are for working, and the dirtier and more weathered they get, I think they look better. Um, I have hats for fishing. Because let's be honest, if you do not look cool while you're fishing, you're not going to catch a fish. So I have hats for fishing. And then I have hats that are just for wearing anywhere. They generally look a little nicer. I can wear them in regular clothes or in nice clothes. So I I have a hat for pretty much everything that I do. And when I wear all these hats, it makes me feel great when I'm wearing them because it helps me express some of the things that I like and some of my interests through the hats. And there have been a lot of conversations that I've started with people just because they seen a logo or something on my hat and they asked me about it. So I tell you about these hats and why I wear them because, in a sense, all of us have a hat that we wear when we go out into the world. Just like a hat that's seen by others when we wear them, our example is with us everywhere we go throughout the day. And it's always something that people are going to notice. So, the important point I want to make today is that we all have a hat that we should wear when we go into this world. And that's our Christian hat that shows our Christian example. In Matthew chapter 5 verse 16, Matthew 5 verse 16, it says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Our example is one of the number one ways that we are going to share Christ to others throughout our lives. And if we live according to his will, it's as if there's a hat on our head for everyone to see that Christ is in our life. But I have a question. How often do we find ourselves wanting to hide it? So here's something interesting, and I'm probably going to be the first person to ever put a hat on in this pulpit, but I want to show you how I wear my hats. Most of the time, I wear my hat forwards, like so, that you can see the front. There's sometimes that I think I'm cool and I put my hat on backwards. So, when you put a hat on backwards, you can't see the logo unless you see behind them. So, how often as Christians do we wear our Christian lifestyle, but we turn it around so others can't see it? Sometimes we get nervous or we get uncomfortable with people when it comes to spreading the word and talking about Christ. But we should realize that showing and teaching others is what we're commanded to do. In Matthew chapter 10, verse 28, it tells us, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." So we shouldn't have a fear of showing others Christ because there's nothing they can do to hurt our soul. And even if they do reject us, we see in Matthew 5, chapter 5, verses 11 through 12, that the blessed ones are the ones that are rejected, and that we can still rejoice in knowing that we have our reward of a home in heaven. So tonight, I want us all to think about the hat that we wear out into the world because it's going to show off a whole lot of different things. It shows off people that are mothers, fathers, workers, people who like to hunt, fish, and all sorts of other things. But we need to make sure that Christ is the number one thing that we show on that hat that we wear into the world. So maybe tonight you realize that there's something on that hat that you don't want there. Or maybe you haven't taken the steps of salvation to put Christ on that hat so that others can see that lifestyle. If you have any needs, we ask that you please come forward as we stand and sing a song of invitation.